Good evening, everyone. DSP here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 23rd of August, 2026. A good start to the week. A lot to talk about on the podcast today, including news and my opinions and stuff like that. But also, a day with some interesting pack rips and a day where we say goodbye to a game. What? I know. Things have been going so well recently that you might actually be shocked to hear that today we are retiring a playthrough. And to be honest with you, I think it's a playthrough that maybe should have already been retired previous, but somehow it kept coming back. And actually tonight, when we announced it was going to be retired, a lot of people were actually breathing sighs of relief. Let's talk all about it, okay? So today we did a fun Level 1 podcast, 2 hours, and tons of topics to cover. Notably, we talked about my thoughts after having played the Dusk Bloods closed network test yesterday on Switch 2 during my day off. And I thoroughly described the game and my experience with it. Overall, it was a positive experience, but I had a lot to say. You're going to find out, is it Bloodborne? Is it something else like Elden Ring? How does it play? What about the classes? What about the world design? What about the graphics on Switch 2? I cover it all. Be sure to check out the podcast from this morning to get all of your answers. It was a huge segment. But in addition to that, we talked about so much stuff. We talked about getting caught up on what's going on this week with new games. We talked about my day off. We talked about cards, because again, I had another update on TCG stuff. I actually even revealed that I opened some cards when I wasn't on stream, but it's not what you think. It's actually none of the cards that we're currently opening. It was something different, but something very interesting, and I got a hit that is so valuable, it made it to the middle of my wall of fame out of this cards that I opened. So you're going to want to check out the podcast. It was a great one, 2 hours of fun, great show. After that, we jumped back into Super Mario Sunshine, which we played for just under 2 hours today. I think it was like the fourth world and fifth world, or was it third world and fourth world? I'm not sure, but we did a whole bunch of shines. Like I think it was the lighthouse. We did all 8 lighthouse shines, and then we started doing the shines in the water park, and did like 4 or more of those. Today, almost no rage. A little bit of rage, but almost none. Why? Not so annoying today. Here, my biggest annoyance today in Sunshine, the clipping is atrocious. I'm standing on a Wiggler boss, which you need to walk up his body to butt stomp on a certain part, clip right through him. I'm in the sand under him. How? Then I'm standing on top of a pirate ship that's a swing like this. You're supposed to stand on it to platform to red coins. I literally phased through it. But people still say that they love this Mario game. They think it's like one of the best ever. And I'm like, I just don't understand how you can't criticize it for being one of the least polished Mario games ever made. It blows my mind, okay? Support was great. We ended up doing 4. I believe it was 4 packs. And you guys voted and said that you wanted more Disney Lorcana Attack of the Vine. I have some great news in that regard. We've got some hits. In fact, we got 3 different hits. We got our most valuable Lorcana hit ever. I'm not exaggerating. We got our most valuable Lorcana card ever today. And we got our new Epic pull. This is the new class of card that was added to this box of Lorcana because people were complaining there just weren't enough hits in Lorcana boxes. So 3 hits. Plus, remember, we already got a hit. That's 4 hits. Guess what? That's way more than we got in the first Lorcana box. And we're not even, maybe we're a third into this box, if that. So this shows that this Ravensburg company that makes Lorcana cards did listen to criticism, did dramatically improve the cards. These cards are fun for pulling because not only do the cards look great, they're a lot of more things that I know about rather than being all modern. Like last time it was a ton of Encanto and stuff. This time it's mostly older stuff that I know. And the hits are coming, and they're entertaining. So the first episode of DSP Pack Rips today was great, okay? So great support, great stream, everything good there. Tonight, the late stream was Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, okay? Now, I will be very honest with everyone. Brilliant Diamond hasn't done great for the last month, okay? It's been up and down. We've had really slow streams, then we've had amazingly overabundant support. I really think it has been based more on cards than on the game. Because if you remember, a lot of the times when we had good nights for Pokemon, it's because we had someone who came by and dropped a huge tip, or someone who would do a giant super chat or two, or someone who would drop a bunch of subs. But you notice it almost never was related to Pokemon. It always seemed to be like there was a card thing related. Tonight I said, hey, we're doing Pokemon. Let's do pack rips of the Journey Together Pokemon set that I just got. And I think that would make more sense since it's Pokemon related. And also I introduced a new Mega Pack. Remember we were doing Mega Dream EX? I got another one that's even older and has even more valuable cards in it. And I thought that would entice people to possibly support. The post-game tonight included filling the entire Sinnoh Pokedex, which we did, catching multiple legendary Pokemon, which we did, unlocking the new area of the post-game area, the fight or arena area, which we did, going through a route and catching new Pokemon, because now there's all new Pokemon unlocked in this new area, and we were doing it. Listen, the vibes were chill. People were very interactive. We had a great time talking and hanging out together, but it was apparent people are kind of Pokemoned out. A lot of people saying, I can't believe he's still playing this. Again, this is another Pokemon playthrough that's been over 40 hours. That's 3 in a row. Pokemon Legends ZA plus its DLC, Pokemon Fire Red, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, and we did them all in a row. So I kind of get it. Overall, I did my absolute best to rally the troops and get support. We ended at like $110. All right. Because I give a freebie pack of cards out when we play Pokemon, we had just enough to do a DSP pack rips. We did open 2 packs. I do like the Journey Together cards. I find them entertaining and kind of cute. There's a lot of cutesy Pokemon in there. No hits. And so little that it was basically a 10-minute episode. Really short. That's it for Brilliant Diamond. I mean, I'm not going to keep playing it and having such a hard time having people come out for it and having a hard time getting support for it. We've got so many other things going on. Now what I think I will do is make a major push this week to finish both Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Final Fantasy VI. Like now we'll have an extra night spot in a couple days that maybe if we need an extra stream, we could do it. Because I really want to wrap up these playthroughs so they're not lingering and never ending. We really do need to finish these games to make room for the new stuff coming up this Thursday, okay? So, I hope that you guys enjoyed Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. The post-game was fun and chill, but there's just not enough of an audience for it, so we're sticking a fork in that playthrough, okay? Tomorrow, it's going to be a DSP morning show, and I'm going to make a concerted effort to keep it under an hour, because I do want to do a ton of gameplay of Assassin's Creed. I want to see how far we can get. We're like 75% into the story, and every time we've played, we've been doing about 10-15% of the story. So that rationally means maybe 2-3 more streams tops, we're going to beat the game. So let's have a big push tomorrow for story in Assassin's Creed. Let's see how far we can get. Hopefully it goes really well, and we can maybe finish the game by the end of the week. That'll be great. Now, obviously, we just did Pokemon cards. Maybe tomorrow what we'll do is everything else. So maybe we'll have, One Piece and Lorcana, and maybe we'll even do like Yu-Gi-Oh! Who knows, right? We'll see what you guys want. I hope tomorrow we'll be able to see the new Shiny Treasure EX box that I bought. I'd like to see these new cards. I got them. They were more expensive than Mega Dream EX for the record. So I want to see what they are. Hopefully we'll see a pack tomorrow, okay? All right, tomorrow night, the return of Final Fantasy VI. We continue in the world of Ruin. There's still a ton to do. There's a lot more characters to recruit. There's a lot more dungeons to do, a lot more exploring to do. There's still dragon bosses to fight. There's a lot going on. So I hope you'll join me for that. It should be a great time, and we should have a ton of fun, as always, with Final Fantasy, okay? Everyone, please have a good night. I'll see you all in the morning for another outstanding day of content here on DSP Gaming. Good night.